for a look at the gaming world now, and we're keeping things local. There aren't many major game producers in South Africa, but a local crew based in Cape Town is getting some attention from the global big guns. Let's find out more.
SeaMonster, a local production company based in Cape Town, create unique 2D animations as well as develop games spanning all levels of complexity. The focus primarily lies in storytelling and the promotion of learning, and their exceptionally high standard of work has caught the attention of some big international names. So it's safe to say, these are guys who know how to relate to a good game. So tell us what you guys do here at SeaMonster.
At SeaMonster, we focus on making animation and games, mainly. So in animation, we do long-form TV series. We've done stuff for SABC, Cookie Jar, Disney, that kind of thing. And we do short-form explainers and adverts. And then we also make games for mobile smartphones specifically, web, and then standalone stuff, maybe hopefully one day some consoles.
What was the thinking behind starting a company like SeaMonster?
We often look at the rest of the world as being the place where content is being produced, and we just consume the content. But in fact, there's a lot of people producing good content in South Africa, and the idea is to get them all together and show that off to the rest of the world.
One thing I've noticed is that you guys do a lot of AR or augmented reality in your games. What's the reason behind this?
We believe that it's being used to show off the technology itself, and that's not a good way to use that. Instead, we like to say that AR is a tool with which you should create experiences. And like any good technology, eventually it should fade into the background, and people should take it for granted. And with it, you should be able to experience the world in a different way. That's how we build games on top of AR. We don't just make AR.
Augmented reality, or AR, is a live, direct or indirect view of a physical, real-world environment, of which certain elements are augmented by computer-generated sensory input. Such input can include sound, video, graphics, and even GPS data. With the help of advanced AR technology, the information about the surrounding real world of the user becomes interactive. Individuals are then able to digitally manipulate these surroundings. What games have you guys worked on in the past?
We've done a very cool game that was called A Day in the Woods. You basically play as Little Red Riding Hood and you're trying to get to your grandmother's house. It's a puzzle game, so you move by switching tiles around and clearing away to the woods, obviously trying to avoid the wolf and the bears and the trees and stuff like that.
With regard to game development in general, aspects such as how challenging the tasks are, along with the temptation of further possibilities, are said to influence the overall success of a game. Other elements that contribute to a game's popularity include the location in which the game is set and interesting consequences to choices made by the player. Obviously, you guys know your stuff when it comes to game development. What are the essential elements that no good game should be without?
I think the most important thing to do is testing. Never skimp on the testing. There's always time to test more. But there's also, it's very important to keep this fine balance between making a game challenging enough so that you stay interested, but not so difficult that you give up. So that fine balance is something that we call flow. And another big thing is the idea of emergence. So that means just making sure that every time you play the game is not exactly the same. You want to be able to surprise the player.
Do you have any parting words for aspiring developers out there?
I think the most important thing is to just start. Stop thinking about it and wondering about it and just get out there and do it. These days there are so many tools that are available free even. So go download a quick game maker and find some tutorials online. It's so many of them. And there's no excuse. Just start doing it, and you'll make something small, get a quick win, feel good about it, and then the next time you do it again, but a little bit better, and that's how you'll get there.
Thanks to technology, the world is now smaller than ever. So if you're a developer or animator or just keen to learn, why not embrace the pearls of wisdom offered by the guys at SeaMonster? Because one thing you can't have too many of are great games.